going on, folks? On the air with VA3EWV. On the air with VA3EWV Friday evening AllStar EchoLink net. We're going to get started here. We're a little bit behind there, but we're going to get started. Let me just check the VE3 PGC repeater. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Anyone on frequency? Over. Okay, is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor is the frequency in use. Okay. Let's get it going, folks. Let's get it going. All right, going to connect that repeater right quick. There we go. I think I'm ready to go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Bienvenue. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor Ernest with the Friday evening All-Star EchoLink net. We've been going for almost 3 years now, and we've only missed 2 nets. This is the first time I've been tardy, too. It's been about 6 minutes tardy, but we are here. How's it going there, W5DSL? Yep, good to have you on here. Just getting everything set up in the shack there. And we're going to get some folks in the log. We do have 3 rounds of traffic on this net. If you're just joining us for the first time, we do have 3 rounds of traffic. The first round of traffic is a topic. The second thing is what you're doing for the weekend. And then the third thing, we just talk amongst ourselves. It is football season. I know a lot of people are at the games. Also, a lot of people are away this weekend, closing their colleges and campgrounds and things like that. So we may have a light night, but there's always been someone here. And so I'd like to give a big shout out to K5BDL, VE3ARF, and Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima. We have all you here this evening. So give me 1 second to get the logger going on here, and we'll get everybody set up there. While we're on there, let's take our first person who's been waiting patiently. Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. I don't actually have a topic for tonight. We'll just see what's going on with you these days as we get around for winter. I know my weekend is going to be cutting trees, getting the lawnmowers changed over to the snowblower and things like that. Anyway, back over to you, K5BDL. Come on in.
VA3EWV and the net. This is K5BDL. Good evening, Ernest, and everyone on board. Pretty good temperatures here in Tyler, Texas. A little crazy with the weather this weekend. They're looking for 2 rounds of severe weather tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. And but for tonight, today's my Saturday since I have to work this weekend. So I've been off today and taking care of a lot of different things. And now cooking a little bit of supper, waiting for my wife, K5TFL, Peggy, to make her way home after a while. And yes, it's Football Friday. I've got her Newton Eagles on the tablet streaming their broadcast. They're having homecoming against Cougs tonight. And let's see, waiting for Central Indians to be on YouTube here in a little bit. So I'll turn back to you, K5BDL.
Well, I'm telling you what, we sure do appreciate you being on here with us tonight. We have you in the log for sure there. Hey, look, I'm going to start logging contacts with you guys out there because I don't have people in my log. So how are you coming across the network tonight?
I am coming in on AllStar.
Okay, AllStar. I don't know if I have AllStar as a drop down here, but I do have EchoLink in the logger here. Let's see if it says, yeah, it doesn't have anything else but EchoLink, FT8, yada, 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 Fusion, DMR. So I'm going to log us as EchoLink. And I'm on a UHF repeater tonight. So I'm going to go find the the whatever you call it, the frequency there, and I'm going to get us in the log together on this. So just so you know, it's coming towards you. It'll be just a second. I'll get that frequency for you, and then show you what it's going to be on the logger there. So it's going to be 443.650. So 443.650. Uh-oh, wrote it in the wrong place. But anyway, 443.650. And I'm gonna say that I have you on 70 centimeters on EchoLink. That's what I'm gonna put. And at least I'll have you on the log on this one. Anyway, I'm glad you're having fun out there and getting everything ready for winter. I hope the weather's not too bad over there for you guys. And we'll be bringing in just a second again. Okay, let me break for a second. Okay, are there any stations on the VE6 IDK repeater or the VE3 PGC repeater wishing to check in? Please come now.
VA3EWV-L.
We picked up Rob out there, and I know the other Rob's out there too. I just saw him on the YouTube channel there. VA3FZ, good to have you out there. I hope you've had a good week so far. Over.
Yes, we did. It was only a 4-day week, but it was still seemed like a 5-day week, so we're still happy Fridays here. And I hope your week was good too. Back to you, VA3EWV-L.
Yeah, pretty exciting as usual. I'm getting ready to have my shoulder surgery there on this coming Thursday. So I don't know what Friday might be like. I might not have the net on Friday, come to think of it, depending on how I'm feeling. I may not do any YouTube because when you have the shoulder surgery, you can't put on a shirt or anything like that. So I don't know. I might have a lot of visitors if I have my shirt off. I don't know. or I might not have none. But we might not do YouTube that night for sure. But yeah, it's going to be the same thing as last year. And I'm telling you, I love it. My left shoulder has felt so much better. I injured it way back in the day in the military. That was like 37 years ago, and I just dealt with the annoying pain. And I got that shoulder fixed last November, and man, they did a good job. So I'm hoping everything goes good, and the God bless me there, and I have the same success with the right shoulder there. Are you guys going to be trying to get anything done around the house to get ready for winter there? Over?
Yeah, we had, back to the no shirt thing first. I'm sure your wife's good at making stuff. She could make you a Superman cape. You can have that on your YouTube channel while you're recovering. That would fix the issue. And then as far as this weekend, I had planned on helping Dean VA3BS with some antenna work, but we had some equipment they were checking out before we put it together, and it's not going to cut the mustard, so we're going to reevaluate. So that leaves me doing my camper this weekend and putting it away and closing the pool and then closing my neighbor's pool. So that's our plan. And then, and enjoy the weather, most likely. Back to you, Ernest, VA3FZ.
Roger, VA3FZ in the group. Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Hey, look, I have you now, too. Just so you know, I'm going to try to just start logging all my contacts. And it's going to, I know you're coming through AllStar as well, but my logger doesn't say AllStar, so it's going to say EchoLink. Anyway, you'll get that. So it'll show that. Anyway, it's just some little fun for me because I talk to a lot of people. Not everybody's in my log, so trying to get everybody in the log. Yeah, Dean did. I got to talk to Dean for a while. I got to text him. I think I actually called him on the phone too, and he was telling me about being at your place with the tilt towers and stuff like that. So that's cool. I'm in the market looking for a beam. Something small though. I wouldn't mind something like a 3-bander or something like that. just to get up and going. I've been looking at a hex beam. And I got the trailer and stuff like that. I don't know if you saw it, but man, I tell you what, next year, hold on, let me pause for a second. See, when you're on HF all the time now and simplex and stuff like that, there's no you don't have to do that. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't know what I was saying now because I forgot because I had to pause for the doggone repeaters and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, we're just gonna keep it going and see if there's anybody else out there on the VE3 PGC repeater or the let me see which one it is. VE6 IDK repeaters. Come on in. Roger, I see we have 4 people on the YouTube channel, so that's pretty cool. If you want to leave your call sign in the comment section or your name, at least we'll get you in the log. So far, we have tonight K5BDL, Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Zulu. I see Rob out there, VE3ARF, and there are other people out there watching as well. Anyway, yeah, so with the getting the stuff ready for the winter, I guess that's what I'll talk about tonight. I knew the surgery was coming, and I was ready and prepared and all that stuff like that. Yeah. So then what happened was it dawned on me that, wait a minute, I only have this weekend. So tomorrow I had planned on going out with a friend of mine, VA3EWV-L Hunter there. We're going to go do some pody tomorrow morning at 5 something. And then after that, my other friend, he's going to be cutting some trees down at the property here. So he said I need to be on my Kubota for that. So I'll have the Kubota out for that. But I will be running full speed ahead, Rob, the FZ. Have to get the pool closed down. Gotta have it done. Because I'm at work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I have the surgery Thursday. And it's me or nobody. So I got to get the pool closed down. Got to give the yard one mow. I don't know if you guys do that, but we had that big dry spell, so I didn't mow it all. Everything was dead. Now it's back green, so I need to mow it all, like really nice and trim it and all that stuff. And that's what I always do, and sweep the whole yard with that lawn sweeper before the winter. Let me pause. Yeah, so I do a really good mow, really good trim, cut down all the stuff for the winter, get everything bagged up and stuff like that, and get it ready for the snow to come. And then I take off because right now I have the backhoe on and the front end loader because I was going to pull up some stumps. That ship is sailed. I'm not going to be able to do that. I need to take the backhoe off, the front end loader off, put the box blade on and the snowblower on, get the the walk behind ready, lawnmowers put away. There's so much work to do when you're having to do the change. So that's going to be me, elbows just dirty as heck for the next 2 days. So Rob, you're going to be doing something similar, or just it's going to be a light close over?
No, it's the trailer takes quite a while to do it right, to make sure your plumbing is all good and everything, and then back it into place. And I put the camper cover on it with extra padding on the roof so it doesn't, when the weight of snow's on there, it doesn't poke through it and ruin it. And the pool, well, I've got, you probably have the same thing with the quick connects. It comes apart really quickly. So that's really not much more than 30 minutes. So that's pretty good. And the grass, well, yeah, I got to cut that too. But I'm going to be a couple of cuts before the snow flies, I would imagine. And then the neighbors is the same as mine. It's fairly quick. So that'll take care of Saturday pretty much. Back to you, Ernest, VA3EWV-L.
VA3EWV-L in the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Well, being the middle of October, I didn't even know if we're going to get another grower or not. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put the mower blade down to like 3 or something like that and be done with that. That's for sure. Get that out of the way. And then get all the seating stuff adjusted because the little lady, she's going to be with a big smile on her face because, when we got the Kubota there, I asked her, could I get a cab with it? Because they have those cabs with the heater and this and that, but that was like another $6,000. And she was like, no. And that didn't matter because she wasn't out there doing it. And I have video, that I posted. And she's out there and trying to get used to it because I did it so much. I know which way to turn the chute because of the way the wind's blowing. Poor things have covered the snow, trying to fight with the wind and stuff out there on the snowblower. Okay, anyway, Rob, we'll break with you. We'll see if there's anyone else on the repeaters. Then we'll go back to Kilo Bravo Delta Lima. So anyone else on the repeaters wishing to check in, please come now. Okay, we'll pick it up one last time with Kilo 5 Bravo Delta Lima. Good evening to you there, and come on in with your final comments there. Over.
Well, good evening again. This is K5EDL, and good to hear a few people on there this evening. Check in and praying good things for your surgery coming up, and I know that's going to be good. I know that God's going to work through those surgeons, and you'll be just fine. So, hoping to keep us posted on everything and on your progress there. Catch you at the next time, K5EDL.
Roger, thank you so much. I was just checking my log too. So you didn't have a problem getting in tonight, right? Over.
No, not at all. Just checking in, connected to your node through AllStar, and everything's all good.
Okay, Roger. Yeah, I keep my connection log stays, and I see what happens all through the week there, and it's been going strong since August. Because I do have something my wife must have or somebody must have unplugged something there while I was away, because it's been running straight since August of 2025. Because I think that's when I moved it downstairs. And then the thing shows that it was disconnected on Friday, October 10th, which is the day I got my citizenship here. So that's like odd. I was here. We didn't have any. Well, it doesn't matter because we have a power supply, so it doesn't go off. So she must have moved something or disconnected something down there. I know she's doing a lot of laser cutting and stuff like that. But that's sad. The reason I'm talking about that is some people do connect to the node, and I can see who they are that might not join. So don't know who's out there tonight. I'll have to go down there and check it out. Anyway, that's it that we have tonight. Are there any other final comments from anyone anywhere? Please come on in.
This is Peter, VE3EWV-L. I just came across you guys on this frequency. Is it a regular net or just a get-together?
No, Peter. Good evening to you, by the way. VE3EWV-L, Peter. No, we have this net every Friday night, and we've had it. It's going to be going on 3 years. If it's not already 3 years, I'll have to go back and look. And I know I'm about to go through another winter there. But so, Peter, what we do, we just come in with your name, your call sign, your QTH, how long you've been a ham. I had no topic tonight. We usually have a topic. And then the second round, we have what's going on over the weekend. So you might as well come in with your name, QTH, and how long you've been a ham, and then to share with us what you're doing over the weekend there. Over.
Well, the name here is Peter, VE3EWV-L. I'm situated at Alexandria. That's about 25 kilometers north of Cornwall. Been a ham, officially licensed in 1993. Did a lot of VHF, UHF in between years, and just only very recently got on it HF, and I've been having a blast the last few days on 17 and 15 meters. The bands have been open quite a bit. That's about it, I guess, and I'll turn it back to you, Ernest.
Glad to see you getting some action on 15 and 17 meters there. Good to have you on HF as well. We're this net, by the way, is an AllStar EchoLink net, and we do connect to local repeaters and stuff like that. I started this net because a lot of people do not have the the facilities or whatever for HF antennas and stuff like that. There's a lot of friends I have that live in apartment buildings, young folks, but they're in apartment buildings, as well as my friends who are older. People living in HOAs. A lot of that is more in the States than here in Canada. And some people travel a lot. So it's a great way to have people connected. And if the bands are not good, the bands are never not good when you're doing digital or anything like that. Peter, what are you doing for the weekend there? Over before you get out of here, what are you doing for the weekend?
I've got about 30 mature maples on 2 acres, and leaves are the focus of my attention for the next couple of weeks. And what I normally do is, it's too much work to gather them or blow them to one side of the property. I usually mulch them. 2 or 3 passes renders them into it's like a powdery. It's basically fertilizer for the grass. But I need to take off the mower deck and install the mulching adapter, which it's just a big piece of plastic. And but I need to get the mower off the tractor, and so that's usually a couple hours of work. And once I get that done, I'll be doing leaves for the rest of the weekend. Back to you.
Yeah, I hear that. I was like I said, I'm always cutting mine, waiting for the leaves to. Now I don't have a lot of trees on the property. I have them on the outskirts of my property, except for the willow trees, because the property was really nicely covered, but we had the ash beetle that took out something like 30-something trees on the property. So I for over a 2-year period, I was cutting them down and splitting the wood and stuff like that, using it for like outdoor fires and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you for being out there and joining us. And we've already picked up another person, VA3JIC. Please come in with your name, your QTH, your call, and how long you've been a ham, and what's going on with you this weekend.
Hello, Ernest, and hello to the group. My name is Jim, Julie India Mike, and my call sign is Victor Alpha 3 Julie India Charlie, and I've been a ham since 2022, December 24th. Not much going on here today, Ernest. It rained all day here. It's looking like we're going to get 20 degrees tomorrow, so I may go play in the park. And I'm sorry, my friend, I missed you there last weekend. Band conditions weren't the greatest here, so I'm kind of hoping we can do that the next time if you're out and about. I really don't know how to hook up the FT8, FT4, but I will figure it out. It can't be that difficult. And I guess I'm a little cheap. I don't want to use data off my phone, so however, I'll figure it out. But maybe we can make a voice contact, and that would be really nice. Other than that, Ernest, not much going on here this weekend. Just kind of relaxing and taking it easy. Back to you, Ernest. Thanks for taking my call. This is Victor Alpha 3 Judy India.
Roger, thanks for being out there. Yep. Hey, look, yeah, we didn't get to do that, but I'm sure we'll have more times down the log, hopefully. And I'm all over FT8. My friend who's out there watching tonight, VA3RF, came to my house and helped me get FT8 set up for the first time. Now I know it pretty well. Still learning like the different programs and stuff like that, but I've only ever used it on my I've used it on my desktop computer in the shack, of course. And then when I'm out and about, I use it on my tablet, and my tablet is hotspotted to my phone. So I use it like that. And the funny thing, if Rob's out there still listening, Miss Sue is going to her ham fest. You still going? Miss Sue's going to a ham fest in somewhere in Quebec there. In Montreal tomorrow. I thought ham fests were over for the year, but she's going to be going out there representing the VA3s there, and she's going to be doing some of her work and all of the little license plates that some of you've gotten, and things like that in the shirt. So she's going to be doing that solo tomorrow in Quebec there. So we wish her some success. I know that next year, though, we're going to be doing the circuit, right, babe? We're going to be running the circuit, that's for sure. Okay, let's see if we have anyone else out there. Let me pause for a second, though. I heard someone on the local repeater there. Anyone on VE3PGC or VE6IDK wants to check in, please come now.
VA3PS.
VA3PS, Dean, how's it going there? Good to hear you on the net there. Over.
Well, we just left Ed Zed. We're on our way home there. He's got to get some shut-eye. He's got lots of things to do tomorrow. And I got some things to do also and check up on some things that we were up to tonight. And heard you in there on the way home. So I'm on the 401 going into Cornwall. Back to you, VA3PS.
Roger, it's good to have you out there tonight. Tonight's been a really good night, folks. Just to share one of the stories that happened tonight. I was leaving work in Ottawa, and on the POTA, the Parks on Air, they have this little award you can get. I need to go see what the actual name of it is, because I tend to make things up there. But the particular, not award, it's a certificate that you can get. Let me get my story straight here. Let me just scroll down. It's called the N1CC Award, N1CC. What that is, you do 10 parks on 10 bands. That's what you do, 10 parks on 10 bands. So the National Arts Center, I have 3, 40, 20, and 17. And someone tonight was talking about, that was Peter, saying he was on 17 and something else. So this weekend, I'm going to be trying to do different bands. So if anybody's out there, Hunter and I, VA3EWV-L, we're going to be going to Cooper Marsh tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning, and we're going to go until about 12. And we're going to try to work as many bands as we can. Anyway, let me pause because we're on repeaters. 1 second. Okay, so something that cool that happened. I was like, oh, I have my AZ991, not my Anytone. I wish I had my Anytone tonight, but downtown, I was like, oh well, I don't hardly ever use the UHF VHF on this radio, so I plugged the antenna in and I called out on Simplex, and there was like 5 people, 5 different call signs out there on Simplex. So I'm like, hold on a second. So I'll go down to the National Arts Center at the foot of the National Arts Center right by Confederation Park. And I worked all those guys on Simplex to get in the park. And then another guy, VE3OTW, some of you might have heard that call sign. He's like, hey, do you want to do sideband UHF or VHF, which I've never done ever. So, and he said something about code. I'm like, hey, I'm taking Morse code classes right now. So I literally worked him on CW, on UHF and VHF, and got Park on UHF, VHF. So it's pretty exciting. He's probably got PTSD from because I was messing up a lot, but it was still fun. He's like, don't worry about it. You did pretty good for a first timer. So a pretty exciting night in radio. So let's see. Anyway, let's stop there and see who else is out there. Any other stations out there on VE3PGC or VE6IDK repeaters wishing to check in? Please come now.
VE3DIT.
VE3DIT. Good evening there to you, Dan. I hope you're having a good evening. Dan, you're going to be doing a lot of stuff getting ready for the winter this weekend, over?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just thought I'd jump in there. I finished my net over on Goey Hill, so I saw that the UHF was occupied, and there you were. So anyway, hopefully we get half-decent weather tomorrow, and if it starts pouring rain, well, you won't see me, you know. Not going to do that in the rain.
Roger. Hey, yeah, that's so. I hope it's not raining tomorrow, because Hunter and I are going out to the Cooper Marsh there to do some POTA, and I told him I was going to be meeting you here at the house and all that stuff. Which reminds me, I'm missing a part for my tractor for my snowblower, So I'm going to have to get out there to the Green Valley there before the end of the week next week there. I'll put the snowblower on, but it's missing a part. So I'll have to get that done. But yeah, it looks like everybody's trying to get the stuff ready for winter. So that's how it's going to be. Dan, we really appreciate you saying hello tonight. Also, Dean as well. And do we have any other stations out there wishing to check in? Please come now. Okay, well, we'll start wrapping up now. The first person that was in here was K5BDL out of Tyler, Texas. Any final words tonight? Oh, somebody was talking about gumbo too. I think that was on YouTube. Someone was talking about this is gumbo season. So I wonder if anybody has had any gumbo, especially here in Canada. I don't know if that's just a states thing or not, but so K5BDL, have you ever had gumbo? Over.
VA3EWV and the net. This is K5BDL. Yes, I sure have, and I've made it. Usually, I'll get either Tony Chachere's mix or Zatarans. But the best one that I've ever had was from my brother-in-law. He does very well. Gets the roux and makes the gumbo. Really good stuff. K5BDL.
Roger on that, K5BDL. Yes, definitely. That this time of year is football season. I'm for sure. Those cool nights, and nothing like having a gumbo in a little styrofoam bowl there. My two uncles, one of them does seafood gumbo, another one does a regular gumbo with the sausage, the chicken, and is there something else? Sausage, chicken, okra, tomato, onion, something else. But the seafood gumbo has shrimp, crab, chicken, sausage, smoked sausage, that is. So yeah, good. So have you ever had the seafood gumbo or just regular gumbo? Over.
Well, I sure have. I've had different varieties, chicken, sausage, but also we'll do the seafood with shrimp. I'll get some frozen shrimp and get it thawed out and put it in with the gumbo base and rice and veggies. So it makes it really good.
Thank you for sharing out there. Any of my Canadian folks out there, have any of you ever had gumbo? So that goes all the way from Rob, the other Rob, Dean, if you're still out there, if you haven't made it home, and Dan. Have any of you had gumbo before? Over.
VA3F said, I can say definitely no, I've never had gumbo.
Oh, it's a treat. It's hey, and the good stuff, K5BDL know what I'm talking about. The really good stuff, you have a little bit of a runny nose there, and it's really good. My brothers and my mom, they love to have crackers with their gumbo, saltine crackers. They have to be salted. But yeah. So Rob had that gumbo. Dan, have you ever had gumbo before? Over.
No, sir, I have not. Not that I know of, anyway.
Okay. Dean, didn't you go to the States? Or I think you used to go to the States a bit. Have you ever had gumbo? Over?
Well, we've had different types of gumbo. We actually used to serve them at the restaurant I had. And it was very good. And also, Campbell's has a sausage gumbo with rice, and it's spicy, and it's pretty good. I have it all the time.
Hey, I got to give it up for Campbell's. I was surprised. I had with the food basic. I was like, gumbo. Oh, man. And I was, I didn't have my hopes up. I really didn't, right? And I was like, it's going to be disappointing. I opened up the can, and I'm like, the smell's good. Smells on point. And I put it in there just for a minute and a half, and I was eating, and I was like, okay, well, definitely got to get more. So the next time I went up, I got a whole flat of it. So there you go. Campbell's, they did their thing. They put their foot in it. Okay, well, hey, I'm gonna if the Lord says the same, I'm still kicking around on the next summer barbecue. Like I said, if the Lord says the same, I'm gonna make a half seafood gumbo. Probably gonna be pretty expensive trying to source that stuff out here. I'm gonna make some seafood gumbo and I'm gonna make some regular gumbo. All right. Anyone from anywhere else wanting to check in before we close this down, please come now. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with the Friday evening All-Star EchoLink net. Over. Let's go. All right. VA3EWV-L with the recheck. Go ahead.
Hey, Ernest, I just wonder if we can get together. Are you free this weekend to get together?
Were you asking about the weekend or the week? Over.
The weekend.
I don't want to make no promises. I know I'll be up at 5:30, like I said, to head out to do photo with my friend there until like 12. Then I'll head home and I'll meet Dan here to do trees. And then I got to get my butt in gear and get that pool closed down and all that stuff like that. I hope the weather's not going to be bad tomorrow. But I got so much stuff to do in my yard. I hadn't even touched the yard and I haven't gotten any plants in the house. No, nothing. And then the wife, she's doing a Hamfest solo tomorrow because someone called her and asked her to do that. So if I have some time Sunday, I don't know. It depends on how much I move on Saturday. But you know what? I'll text you. Did you want to like get the FT8 going or something like that, or do you want to get the hams over IP going for me? Over.
I was thinking that we could get your hams over IP connected up to your node there and get that completed. So that's one less thing on your plate.
Well, here's the good news. Come Thursday, I have my operation for my right shoulder, and I'm going to be at the house all winter long, not going into work or nothing like that. So I'll be here trying to do code left-handed and everything else. So we'll definitely, if we don't get it this weekend, by Monday next week, I should be at least half coherent. And I'll be at home from there on out for all through the winter there. Over.
Oh, roger that, Ernest. You know what? Why don't we leave that until then, rather than putting more stress on you and you get your stuff at home done or whatever you need done. That's probably more important to get your outside work done and your pool empty and so on, whatever you need to do. So, yeah, why don't we hook up once you're recovered there a little bit off your shoulder surgery.
Roger, will do. Okay, any other calls wishing to check in, please come now. Well, you know, folks, I'm happy to say that if we were doing a parks activation, I would have 10 people on the log. Not counting the one that I did earlier, the VA3EWV-L that you can see on the screen, because that was CW. I need to change the frequency and all that stuff. Anyway, it's good to have y'all in. It's always a blessing. We will see you guys next week. Or not, I'll let you know. I'll let everybody know. I'll do a post around noon or something on Friday to see if we have to miss our fourth one. Or I might be able to get somebody to do that for me. We never know. Okay, folks, have a good evening there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Thank you, VE3DIT, VA3BS, VA3GIC, VE3TOT, W5DSL, V3ARF, VA3FZ, K5BDL. You guys have a wonderful week there, and 7-3. Okay.
One more thing.
Go ahead. Come on in, Peter.
Just a funny. When you asked, have we ever had gumbo before? I was going to ask you, is it contagious? Can it be treated with antibiotics?
No, it's definitely not contagious. But I'm telling you, it's we just always had it, but I don't want to say it's like a soup, but it is like a water base. And, you know, everybody does a little different. One of my uncles, he puts corn in it, and nobody wants to say anything to him. But, no, we don't usually have corn. But he just likes the different colors. But it's got a nice little a hint of spice to it. And, you know, when you put the smoked sausage and the chicken, and if you like the shrimp and stuff like that, you know, and the roux and all that, it's really good, especially if you have some cornbread. But these days, I'm looking for all Canadian dishes, so I'm leaving all that etouffee and all that stuff like that. They used to give me heartburn anyway. I'm leaving that stuff back in the States. Anyway, thank you guys for being out there. I want to thank each and every one of you for spending some time out of your day today to come say hello on the net. Any other final words? Please come now. Okay, we will end the net here. We'd like to thank the owners and operators of the VE3 PGC repeater in Cornwall there. Really appreciate you letting us connect to there. The VE6 IDK repeater out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. Thanks for connecting to us every Friday night as well. And that's going to be it. The folks that are on the YouTube there, we always do 2 songs after the show. And the sound wasn't working, so I'll test it and see if we can do it. We're going to do On the Rove again, that one, and we're going to do a part to part because that's what Hunter and I are going to be doing tomorrow. So part to part. See y'all later on, and have a good day. We'll see you next week. 7-3 from VA3EWV. Okay, let's see if we can get the sound to work this time, folks. Hello, audio. I don't even see the sound moving now. I know it's working, though. Let's see here. So
VA3BS, you still on PGC, VE3HTR.
So I'll turn that down there. Log off of that. So I logged off that. Did the wrong thing. See, that's y'all can't see the bloopers, eh? VA3, VA3. Don't even know my call sign. Logging back into my node there. So I need to disconnect from everyone. Okay, here we go. Just gonna disconnect. Doo-doo. Okay, we're disconnected. Okay, is there anyone still on the YouTube channel there? So Rob Dale says, thank you, good night. Rob, you're right. Made from scratch is the best. That's right. We're looking to see if so I don't know if this is going to play. I hope it does. I've been striking out on my music going over the thing. So let me stop sharing here and see if we can the mic thing is not doing what it's supposed to do. Well, I'm going to try to see if you can hear anything. If you can, you can. If you don't, I'll just stop it straight away. Just going to go to the channel there. I'm going to say, okay, Dale, okay, you're still there. I'm going to see. So it says also shared audio. So I have that on there. So let's see what happens. Okay. Let's see if we can hear anything at all. I'll go to the playlist. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Here's the Big E's Beats. There's the can you hear anything? Tell me if you can hear anything. Oh, yep. He's been making QSOs with so many new friends. He can't wait to get on the air again. I'll put this in the chat, by the way. Clash in the airwaves swarm. My heart races as the calls transform. Breaking through the static is the norm. With the mic in hand, breaking through the chaos, ain't it grand? Calling QRC across this road and land. Can anybody hear that? Tell me. I can't wait to get on the Oh, I can turn it up.
I can't wait to get on the road again. Heading from park to park, making QSOs with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again.
I don't know.
On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Heading from park to park, making QSOs with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Okay, I'm gonna have to figure something out with this audio stuff, or get a desk mic or something like that. I'm using the camera audio, and it's pointing at me, and the speakers behind the thing. Anyway, you know what? It's all in fun. I'll put the link out there so you guys can listen to it at your leisure. Good night, everybody. From Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, thank you for coming out here and spending some time with me. 7-3 to everyone, and good night.